Hello class, this is going to be a short video to walk you through CNOW, which is an important element of the course. You have points that are assigned to CNOW homework. CNOW also offers some other tools and resources, so it's a good thing. Let's go ahead and look at it. Now, you might notice that this is Intermediate Accounting 1. You may be in an Intermediate Accounting 1 class or a different class. I'm going to use this video to explain CNOW to any class, so ignore that. This is just going to be discussing CNOW, so don't worry if you're in a different class from Intermediate Accounting. Anyhow, so I don't like to go to the modules here. I like to go to the modules on the left side. And then when you scroll down, you have the CNOW student information. We'll look at that file now. Supposedly you'll be able to access CNOW either directly this way or by scrolling down. There's going to be a whole section of CNOW assignments and other resources that you can get to. So either way, but first you got to get set up. So when you click on the CNOW student information, it gives you a document. The document looks like this. Now I'm going to tell you, the instructors have really no input or anything to do with getting students set up. So it walks you through how to get logged in and set up. All I can say is to follow that information. If something's not working for you regarding that, I would start by contacting Baker, maybe the Baker help desk, because you know, or the bookstore. They're the ones that kind of supposedly get you the resources that you need. CNGage, I wouldn't contact CNGage for this right away. I would start with Baker. I wish I could, not sound like I'm passing the buck on getting you guys set up, but really, we have, as instructors, have really nothing to do with getting you guys set up into CNGage. It's only once you get into CNGage and you have some questions regarding accounting that I can be of help. Now, if you're running into any issues, let me know as soon as possible. I mean, I'm talking about if you're running into any issues getting set up, let me know that you're going to talk to the help desk or whatever. So that I'm aware of that, but you're going to need to go to them to get that assistance. I would definitely suggest getting started as soon as possible, even if you don't have work that you want to do, just to get set up and get ready to go. Go ahead and get that CNGage stuff set up, and that way, if you do run into any glitches, you have any trouble, one of the things you can try right away is trying a different browser. If you're using Firefox, try Chrome. If you're using Chrome, try Explorer. Another browser sometimes can really go a long way, but other than that, you might have to contact tech support to get you guys set up. Now, once you get set up, I don't usually get a lot of students with having issues with this, but once you get set up, everything should be, clear sailing from that point. Now, once you get into CNGage now, let's kind of look at this. Now, your view may look different. It probably will, because I'm looking at it as an instructor previewing as a student. But what you'll notice is when you go into one of the assignments, it kind of gives you an overview. So here's one assignment that we have, M1. It says you're limited to 2 takes, so that tells you when you're limited. It also tells you that it's due March 30th, 2023. Well, obviously that's wrong. It's due in the module that it's assigned, but they do this so that they can reuse the same class for multiple years. So that's why it looks like that. But when your assignment is due is in the module that is assigned. Now, we know the Baker late policy. However, for CNGage Now work, what I'm going to do is not worry about that so much. Obviously it's all got to be completed by the end of the course. I'm not going to police it very closely. However, if you let this stuff pile up, you're in trouble. So definitely don't do that. Try to continue to keep it in the module that it's due so that you stay on top of things. Let's look at what happens when we look at an assignment real quick. So looking at this this assignment here, you can see in M-1 there's 3 parts to it. Now let's click the second one, just for an example. Now we can see that there's there's multiple 3 parts to it, and there's like multiple choice for you to select. So we'll select, I'm just selecting random things with no thought whatsoever. And then, even though you only allow 2 final submits for grading, you can do this check my work, and you can see, look, I got one correct just by luck. But these other 2 were incorrect, and you can work on those before you do your final submission for the grading. So even though you have only 2 submits, you have really a lot of ways you can work on this. You also have other study tools. So if I select study tool, you have some things here. This book doesn't have a huge amount of study tools, but you have the ebook, and that's one way you can get to the book as a digital version. And then you have these study tools. So for this book, the study tools they provide are some Excel templates, nothing major, but something that for some students might be helpful. And then the adaptive study plan, it's pretty cool. It actually walks you through some questions and asks you to answer them. And it's not required. None of this is required, but I've found some students really learn the material better by using this kind of stuff. So that's really up to you. Okay, so go ahead, get set up and get your basic setup for Cengage going. Even if you don't start the homework, just make sure you can get into it and you don't have any problems. And I hope you enjoyed getting to use Cengage Now in this course.